Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to the Fife Property Market Update. We are slightly later today because I was actually out doing some marketing and a property that's coming soon, and I will tell you a wee bit more about that in a little while. So this is the Fife Property Market Update, and this is for week commencing the 23rd to the 29th. As always, if you are watching this live, feel free to put any relevant questions, comments, and I will come back to you. Or if you're watching this as a rerun, again, feel free to comment and we will come back to you. So this is where we take a look at what was happening in Fife right across the board. So all agencies that use Rightmove for the 23rd to the 29th. We'll then take a look at what we were doing as an agency in particular, and of course what we have coming soon. And then we will do a run through of the shows just to give you an insight of what to go back and potentially rewatch, because there'll be some great information in them. So first of all, we're going to start with the statistics. So this is for last week. So you can see that there. So as always, we break them down into micro regions. So you've got your Cooper, your East Neuk, your St Andrews, etc. So straight away, you can see there was 161 properties instructed. So that was new to the market. And actually, I was quite surprised when I looked at these stats that were sent to me, because there's a big difference between instructed at 161 and sold at 125. It's been a while since there's been that much of a difference. We always do say 1 week doesn't make a trend, so don't let this alarm anybody. It is just a 1 week off, and it's purely down to the amount of properties that have been instructed. When you look straight away, the number that jumps out the most is Dunfermline at 73, and I knew that number was going to be high because obviously I check Rightmove every day, and there's been a lot of kind of Dunfermline postcode properties coming to market, so I wasn't surprised when I saw that. It's more so that obviously the knock-on effect that just that one micro region of obviously how the numbers are so separate as an overall. But if you were to actually take that number out, it would actually level out. So as I say, it's nothing to be concerned of. It is just 1 week. But if we have a look at the areas, so Cooper, for example, you have 16 versus 13, so there's not that much in it, but a good bit of activity in Cooper, higher numbers than always. A surprising number actually is East Neuk having 9 properties instructed. That's a lot higher than we normally see. It normally kind of floats between 3 and 5. So to nearly be triggering the double digits is quite high for the East Neuk. It's probably because more so, and we're going to see this, is more people have been waiting for the lighter, obviously, evenings, the nicer weather, the gardens being in full bloom. People have been waiting for this moment, and we'll certainly see that as the weeks go on with the amount of properties that are coming to market, and only 2 selling in the East Neuk. You then have St Andrews 7 versus 5, which is quite level for St Andrews. There was a couple of weeks prior where it really did peak with what came to market, but that certainly has leveled out. You then have Levermouth at 11 and 18, which is, again, strong numbers for Levermouth. It is a really prominent area that is still performing really well. It's an absolute seller's market, but it also means there's plenty of availability out there for buyers as well. So you've got plenty of choice, but obviously the investment that was put into the area is still having a positive impact. And then Dunfermline, obviously, we've already touched on that, high numbers, which is kind of knocking it out for the rest of the micro regions. You then have Glenrothes, which is 9 versus 15, and then 36 versus 28. So the Glenrothes and Kirkcaldy numbers are slightly out as well. They normally float quite similar to each other, but they are slightly out as well. Remember that this is just the core market only. So these are resale homes only. This is not new builds, because then it's not a like-for-like comparison. But for last week, there was 1 new build that sold in the St Andrews area. There was 3 in Dunfermline, 2 in Glenrothes, and 1 in Kirkcaldy. So that was the new build figures. And then that's also what was happening across Fife for all agencies that use Rightmove. So that's new instructions and properties that have been now changed and had obviously an offer accepted. So that was the statistics. But I know what people are keen to hear about is what we are doing in particular as an agency. So this is where we look at solds, coming soons, and then completed. So properties that are over the line and missives signed. So the first one that we sold last week, let's just pull this up for you. So the first one was Meadowside in Cooper. So this was a fantastic family home. Straight away you can see that it's going to be a well presented, because the curb appeal of this property is great, and that theme continued throughout the whole property because it was finished to a high standard, and it was a great family home. Obviously you can see driveway, garage, What's great about this one as well is it had this beautiful big orangery as well that then overlooked your landscape garden that had all mature shrubs and plants, and it had a slightly elevated bit as well. So it was a cracking family home as well. It's a great location. It's a really sought after area of Cooper. It's walking distance to all your local amenities, your schooling, the train station. So it really is perfect. And the new owners are actually relocating. They're actually relocating from down south. So this is a big move for them, but they're absolutely delighted with their new home. This one was on for offers over 375,000. At this moment in time, we can't disclose what it went for, so you'll just need to keep a lookout for that one. So the next property that we sold, again, it was another family home. Now you may be thinking you only just saw this one go live, and you are absolutely right. As you can see from at the top there, it's sold from social media. So this sold at pre-portal. Perry put her pre-portal live the Friday evening. I was actually on call and took an offer. So the seller was absolutely delighted because the buyer made the offer, and all they did was watch that pre-portal that is so in depth, talks you through the property, gets you to see everything that there is to offer. And then I took a verbal offer on the Friday evening. And of course, they hadn't even stepped foot into the property. So the seller was absolutely delighted because they got a number over the home report value and in a record time, because it hadn't even gone to the wider market yet. It was sold from social media. And obviously the buyers are absolutely delighted because they acted fast. They didn't hang about. They got in there, they put in their offer, and then obviously they were able to have the offer accepted. So it was a brilliant result for both the sellers because they can move on with their journey, and of course the buyers, because again, they're looking forward to moving into their new home and upsizing. Cracking property, as you can see there. Again, driveway, garage, beautifully presented inside. It's got a contemporary kitchen and then a large enclosed garden. So again, another great family home. And this was on for offers over 250,000. Now there was people that missed out on this property. We had people calling from the minute that the pre-portal went live, and it was very, very popular. And we were still obviously getting calls in the time that the pre-portal was out there, and even obviously when it did go live for that 24 hours. So if you have a property like this one within that development just opposite Diageo, and you are looking to move and you want to get a quick result and a great amount of money obviously in your pocket, then please do reach out to us, because we have active buyers that are still sitting there that are looking for property just like this. So now is the time to get in contact. We can get Perry out to you, give you your accurate valuation, and get you a result just like this one. So please don't hang about. If you are thinking of selling, you are thinking of waiting till spring, summer, don't do it, because look at obviously this sold from social media. Next one that we sold, so in the KY area again, so it was great to see another leaving property. And this one, another great result, sold in just 3 weeks. Obviously desirable with it being a 2-bedroom detached bungalow, so you have that one level living element. It's in a sought after area as well, obviously Coldstream Avenue. It is desirable, and as I say, 2-bedroom detached. It also has a separate garage, and as well it's got landscaped gardens. So this one was on for offers over 220,000, and again, this was a popular one. We had a lot of people inquiring and viewing this one because of it being a bungalow. The location, obviously, you just round from the Glen, you can get down to the beach, you've got the commuting links. So it really is a brilliant location and a fantastic home. So likewise, just like with the Ewing Place one, there's people that missed out on this one. So if you have a property similar to that, and you're looking to get sold and get a great result, then again, please pick up the phone, reach out to us, and we can get an agent out to you to give you your accurate valuation and discuss your next steps and help you with your journey. So that is the properties that we sold last week. So a lot of family homes, which was great to see. So the next ones that we're going to discuss is our coming soons. So this is properties that we have been out. So the agents have been out and they have valued and are coming to market. So this is what we know is coming soon. And when we say coming soon, we are just in the process of doing the marketing, and the pre-portals have been scheduled. So the first one is at pre-portal. Now, I was actually there this morning, and this is why we're doing a slightly later time today, because the sun was out this morning. It was a beautiful morning, so we had to jump on the opportunity because the property looks absolutely stunning, blue skies, morning sun, it looked perfect. And that's what we like to do, is we don't like to rush these things. We want to get it perfect because you have one chance to make that first impression and stand out. So that's what we're able to do. So the pre-portal for this property will be live not long after, obviously, I finish this. I will get it on to the Glenrothes page, because this property is in Leslie, and it's Crowstep Lodge, and it's on Kinross Road, just as you're heading out. So it's the Kinross end of Leslie, just as you're heading out, and it is a 3-bedroom detached character property. It's beautifully presented. It's immaculate, both externally, internally. You've got gorgeous landscape gardens, front and rear driveway, so ample off-street parking. It's got a really high standard contemporary kitchen. It's an absolutely cracking property, and it's Leslie, so you know that you're being situated within a stone's throw to all your local amenities, schooling, Kinross, Perth, commuting via the M90. You can get to the A92 as well. You've got the train station within Mark Inch. It really is a desirable location and an absolutely stunning property. So as I say, the pre-portal will be live for that one on the Glenrothes page later this afternoon, so you don't have to wait long for that one. The next one is Lawrence Drive in Leven. So again, it's a desired location. We know it's going to be popular, and we've sold previously on Lawrence Drive as well. So again, we do know it's going to be desirable. Now, this one is a 4-bedroom semi-detached property. Perry will be doing the pre-portal for this one on Friday, so you don't have to wait long. So make sure you're following the Leven page, and you'll see the pre-portal. Next one is, and what's great about the coming soon is we've got all different areas. We've got Glenrothes, we have Leven. Next one is Station Road in St Monans. So this is a 4-bedroom detached house plus a 1-bedroom contained annex. So great opportunity, whether you are a family, whether you are wanting to have a obviously self-contained area, if you potentially have maybe an older child, a teenager, and you want to give them independence, whether you need to obviously look after elderly parents, whether you want to obviously do Airbnb with it. Great opportunity. So it's a 4-bedroom detached house and a 1-bedroom annex. Now Perry will be doing the pre-portal for this one on Monday. So a week today, the pre-portal will be on our East Nuke page. And then our final coming soon is in Collinsborough, and it's North Wynd. Again, not too long ago, we concluded on a property in North Wynd, so we do have another one coming. And this one is a 3-bedroomed terraced house. And this one, again, is going to be Perry, and this one will be done on Tuesday of next week. So a week tomorrow. Again, keep a lookout, and you will see that one, and that's a Collinsborough property. So we've got a whole mix of properties coming to market and covering all the different micro regions within Fife. Now, if you are wondering what is a pre-portal, if you're not a regular to Fife Properties perhaps, then you maybe aren't aware of what a pre-portal is. So this is a preview. It's a full video walkthrough of the property before it goes to your Rightmove, your Zoopla and your S1 Homes. So it's your opportunity to get in there before anybody else. But you can only do that if you are following our social media pages. So where I've just kind of gone through the different areas, you need to be following the relevant page for the area that you're looking to purchase a property. Glenrothes, follow the Glenrothes page. East Nuke, follow the East Nuke page. If obviously you're open to all of Fife, go and follow all the pages. But you're looking to see the agent's face and the words pre-portal, and that's when you know you need to act fast. Watch the full video and make sure you watch it right to the end, because that's when we tell you the price point. Watch the full video. That way you know you've seen the full externals and internals of the property. You know what to expect, and then we tell you the price point at the end. So this is your preview to see the property and potentially snap it up before it goes to the wider market. But to do that, there's 2 kind of criteria. First one, you need to be in a position to proceed. So what we mean is you are a cash buyer. You are ready to make an offer, and that offer is an attractive offer that the seller almost bites your hand off, and is a no regrets offer. What offer are you willing to put forward to stop this property going to anybody else? Obviously, that's like what happened with the in place one. There was an offer at pre-portal, and the seller was delighted to accept it. So it was sold before it went to the wider audience. So that's why you need to act fast. If you want to discuss that in more detail, if you have any questions about that, comment, pick up the phone, message us privately. However you want to ask your questions, please do, because we would hate for you to miss out. Something else to do as well is call the office and get yourself registered on our database. So speak with a member of the team. Let's get you qualified. Let's get you registered. So again, you are on the system ready for when something comes available, because as well, we will put in all your criteria. And then when properties are live, if it matches your criteria, you get sent the kind of marketing emails. So again, you're not going to miss out. So that is what I would be doing if I was looking to purchase a property in Fife. Make sure you are following the relevant page and also call the office so we can get you registered. But that is our coming soons. Then we have completed. So this is properties that are now signed over. Misses are signed. New owners are in the properties. Now the first one was Dreelside in Anstruther. This is a 3-bedroom end terraced villa, and it sold for 210,000. And of course, the new owners are absolutely delighted with their new home and obviously everything that the area has to offer, because they're just a stone's throw to the beach, the harbour, the Fife Coastal Path, along Shore Street, where you've got bars, cafes, bistros. So absolutely delighted with that. And that one, if I remember rightly, was an extended property as well. So it is a brilliant home to just move into. So that one is great to see over the line. Conveyancing didn't take too long with that one. The next property that is now signed, done, and new owners are enjoying it. And of course, they're enjoying the one level living with this property is Meadow Park in Kennoway. Now, this one was a 2-bedroom detached bungalow, and that's why obviously it's being enjoyed, because we all know bungalows are like hen's teeth. And this one sold for 225,000. So both seller and buyer are absolutely delighted. So that is what we completed on. So that was all the activity for week commencing the 23rd to the 29th. Before we kind of wrap up for this week, we're going to look at the shows. Now, we have the Wealth Creation Show. Now, obviously, normally my show is before that, but the Wealth Creation Show was on at 12:30 today. So if you didn't get to watch it live, then you can go back and rewatch it, and still feel free to comment, because we will come back to you. Likewise with this show as well. But this week's topic was future-proof your wealth. So wealth may come to you in different ways. Maybe it's sudden and overnight with a huge inheritance, or maybe you have steadily built up successful investments over the years. That said, would you actually know what to do with your newfound wealth? It's important to know how to handle your wealth appropriately and, most importantly, wisely. As always, with the Wealth Creation Show, you have the Lettings Director, Richard Cook, on hand to discuss, along with Jim Parker, one of the UK's most successful property investors. So they are on hand discussing that. And as I say, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. Another show that is great to go back and watch is Perry did the UK House Price Index for Scotland, and this was for January 2025. So that's the most up-to-date current information. And she gives a breakdown of the Scottish Price Index for January and gives her thoughts on how this could then impact moving forward. So that was done last week, but certainly go back and watch that. And likewise, any questions, please just ask. Then you have myself and Jim did the kind of looking at the new build premium, and there's actually the 48% new build premiums, and why some Fife homes are noticeably higher priced than others, even if they look similar on paper. Whether you're a homeowner, landlord, or just actually curious about the property market scene, there is a fascinating story and some facts and figures behind new build and why they command a higher price. So as I say, it was Jim and myself that did that last week. So certainly go back and watch that one as well. And then finally, a great one, if you are a landlord, is Let's Get Serious. How to transition from accidental landlord to active investor. So this one, you have Richard Cook, the Lettings Director, and Karen Marshall, a letting agent, discussing this topic, because it's actually, many landlords maybe start out accidentally from perhaps inheriting a property to then moving in with a partner to having no luck selling their previous home. There's all different circumstances behind why you might accidentally fall into being a landlord. However, some are happy to stick with just one rental, but for many others, it's the start of something bigger, as they recognise the opportunities in renting out multiple properties, not least a financially secure future. So as I say, Richard and Karen are on hand discussing that one. So if you are a landlord, that is a great one. Or even if you're looking to become a landlord, again, a great one. And feel free to comment to those also, and one of them will come back to you. So that is also the shows that took place. So that's this week's update. As I say, any questions, please just ask, or feel free to pick up the phone and call the office. But until then, we will see you next Monday. But definitely keep a look out for the pre-polls that are happening this week. All the best. Take care.